Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a double side diamond fan fold shirt. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to center the shirt, and this process is going to go really fast. But down below this video in the description, I have a link to another video which shows how to center a shirt. Essentially what I'm doing is getting both halves of the front of the shirt right up next to each other and both halves of the back of the shirt right up next to each other. That way, whenever I apply the dye or I do any other process to this shirt, when the shirt is finished, when you look at the front of it, both halves are going to look about the same, and the same thing with the back. Now I'm going to place a straight edge just a little bit below the armpit of the shirt, grab the hem of the shirt, and fold it up. I'm going to straighten my shirt and the fabric just a little bit to make sure it's smooth. Then I'm going to use a straight edge and a washable marker, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line on my shirt. That's going to form the diamond pattern. I want to kind of make this an exaggerated or more of a severe diamond. So I'm going to draw the diamond line, or the line that I'm going to fan fold for the diamond, over onto the sleeve of the shirt as well. I would say I have about an equal amount of diamond pattern on the sleeve of the shirt as I do on the body of the shirt. Now I'm going to fan fold or accordion fold this line, and I'm going to tie it up with some kite string. Once I have the initial line folded and tied, I'm going to go ahead and straighten the folds on either side of this initial line. On this longer section, I'm going to use some plastic clothespins to hold my folds in place until I can get them tied. Once I had the shirt completely tied, I went ahead and placed it aside for a few days because I was tying several other shirts and working on some other projects. So by the time I came back to apply the dye to this shirt, it was completely dry. It doesn't need to be though. If you're tying the shirt and you have time to go ahead and apply the dye, go for it. You can apply the dye to this design while it's still damp. So back around Valentine's Day, Dharma came out with some muck dyes, and I purchased several of those, and I'm going to try out 2 of those colors on this shirt. I'm going to use I Pink, Therefore I Am, and I'm using Bamboozled, along with some other Dharma dyes. For my setup, I've taken a long metal rack, which I've placed over the top of a long plastic tote. I've placed the shirt on top of the rack, and I'm using some silicone cake molds to make myself an ice barrier. I'm attaching the silicone cake molds together, then I'm going to wrap them around the shirt and use some wooden clothespins, which I'm going to attach to my metal rack, to hold the silicone cake molds up close to the fabric. I have a link down below this video in the description for the silicone cake molds. Then because the shirt is completely dry, I'm going to lightly spray it with a soda ash solution, which I placed inside of a spray bottle. That'll help the dye to stick to the top of the shirt just a little bit better. I'm also going to use my washable marker, and I'm going to divide the shirt into 4 sections for the 4 dye colors that I'm going to apply. I'm going to begin by applying deep purple from Dharma to the lines that I drew on the shirt. Next, I'm going to apply I Pink, Therefore I Am, which is one of the Dharma muck dye colors, to the first section. The Dharma muck dye colors are special colors that are only offered for a very short period of time, and they can't be replicated. So when Dharma offers these colors, if you don't happen to get them, you won't be able to purchase them unless you happen to find someone who did buy the colors when they were offered and is willing to sell them. The next color I'm using is Raspberry from Dharma Trading Company, followed by Bamboozled, which is the other Dharma muck dye color, and then the last color I'm going to use is Royal Blue from Dharma. Now I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of additional dry soda ash over the top of the dye and add on some ice. After applying the ice to the shirt, I went ahead and took one end of this metal rack, placed it down inside of the container, and left the other end of the metal rack hanging over the edge. That inclined the shirt. Then I went ahead and placed the shirt aside and I allowed the ice to melt. And after this first layer of ice melted, I had quite a bit of undissolved dye left on top of the shirt. So I went ahead and added a second layer of ice. After the second layer of ice, I still had a little bit of undissolved dye, and the dye wasn't all the way through the shirt. So I went ahead and added a third layer of ice. However, after that third layer of ice, I went ahead and turned the shirt over, and I still wasn't totally happy with the saturation going through the shirt. So I went ahead and turned the shirt over and applied a little bit more dye to the back side. I also applied a little bit more dry soda ash and ice. And after this layer of ice melted, I left the shirt alone and I allowed it to process for about 48 hours before I began rinsing it. To rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I started rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. You can see that once I added that second layer of dye and ice to the backside, I now have really good color saturation throughout the shirt. After rinsing in cold for a while, I went ahead and warmed the water up to hot, untied the shirt, and continued rinsing in hot water to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. Instead of rinsing for a long time, I went ahead and ran some really hot water in my utility sink, added some Blue Dawn dish soap to the water, placed the shirt inside, and allowed it to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear. Then I placed the shirt along with some Dharma's professional textile detergent into my washing machine and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so the shirt has been washed, dried, and ironed, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think this one turned out looking really cool. I like the real severe diamond. I mean, it really almost looks more like an X because the diamond is so severe on this side, but I think it's a cool design. As far as the colors go, I really like the color combination with the pink and blue, and then, I put purple on the lines, so I've got some purple mixed in there. I think it looks really pretty. As far as the muck dye colors, the muck dyed pink is the one that's on the very outer edges, and I think it's pretty. It does have a little bit of color variation in it. And the blue just kind of gets mixed in there with that purple and the royal blue. So I don't really know about the bamboozled so much, but I do think that they're pretty colors. I mean, if you happen to pick them up, that's great. I also like the dye movement on this shirt, the way the dye flows. I think that kind of forms an interesting or cool design on the shirt too. And that comes from inclining the shirt. I also ended up with some weird face down toward the bottom of the middle of the shirt. I don't know, it's always funny to me, some of the strange things that show up in tie-dyes. So overall, I really like the shirt. I think it's pretty. I like the design and everything, but what do you guys think? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it, and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.